Judging is not free. We must free from judging. Judging someone based on their appearance or even on your experiences with them rarely captures who they truly are. When we judge, we often see through the lens of our own past and present states, which can color our perception. This is known as projection. We're using our own experiences and mental state to interpret someone else's, often without realizing it. When you judge a person, you're often judging the outcomes of their experiences, not the person themselves. Who they are is shaped by a lifetime of unique experiences, struggles and perspectives that we may never fully understand. So when you judge, are you truly assessing them, or are you reflecting aspects of yourself? Are you judging their experiences, which you know little about, or projecting your own onto them? This issue becomes even more complex when we judge based on someone's culture or background. Often we rely on limited information, perhaps what we've read, heard or experienced in a few interactions with certain individuals. But this narrow lens is insufficient to conclude anything substantial about an entire culture or any person within it. Furthermore, our judgments are influenced by our own cultural understanding, which inevitably shapes our biases. Since no two cultures share the same history, judgments based on these fragments are inherently flawed. This flaw becomes especially damaging when we judge entire groups or races based on limited interactions, leading to stereotyping. If understanding an individual requires deep awareness, imagine the impossibility of truly grasping the diversity of an entire race or culture. In addition to being incomplete, judgment also affects the one doing the judging. Even if we never manifest these judgments into actions, they impact us internally. Judgment rarely brings peace, joy, or love. Instead, it stirs subtle emotions like irritation, disgust, and annoyance, and can even escalate to feelings of anxiety, fear, anger, or stress. Imagine the state of mind created by constantly judging someone or a group of people. When judgment becomes habitual, it can cloud our inner peace, draining our energy and well-being. Every little judgment we hold also creates a subtle distance between us and others. These small moments of separation accumulate over time, creating a much larger divide until we feel completely separate from the person or group. This is how judgment slowly builds an illusion of separation from the original unity that binds us all. In truth, we are one, interconnected like threads in a single tapestry, inseparable in the flow of energy that sustains us. The separation we feel is an illusion, constructed by our physical eyes and mind. Each judgment reinforces this illusion, eventually forming a belief system that shapes our decisions and interactions. When we forget our unity and buy into this illusion of separation, we disconnect from our true nature and from the peace that comes from remembering we are all part of each other. It starts with small, seemingly harmless judgments. At first they might feel insignificant, but over time, these judgments can grow, breaking down relationships between lovers, friends, and family. The disconnection can expand into entire communities, countries, and even lead to global conflicts. Wars, whether personal or political, often begin with small arguments or misunderstandings, rooted in judgments that escalate and spiral out of control. This is the power of judgment. What begins as a small seed of separation can eventually cause massive division and harm. In this way, judgments are fleeting and subjective snapshots, rarely capturing the whole truth of a person or a group. To judge fairly would require fully understanding their experiences, which is nearly impossible. So perhaps the best approach is to hold judgment lightly, with an open mind and heart, remembering the unity that binds us all.